Hey y'all, what is up, my resilience warriors? Okay, I'm trying out this live. It is 10:26 p.m. As you can see, I am tired, but I did not have a vlog for you guys, and I am on my game for uploading every Wednesday. So, you just gonna get this little five, however long I decide to sit on here and chat with you guys. You're gonna get this live. Okay, so let me see. Hold on. Let me actually go ahead and say happy. Oh my gosh, it's almost Thursday. It's we are pushing April 4th hard, okay? So, what can I talk to you about? Let's go ahead and chat a bit about caregiving and what my I am part of the Global Speaker family, the GSU Global Speakers University. It is a speaker university to learn how to be a public speaker. Excuse me. By my coach, Dr. Cheryl Wood. She is my speaker development coach. And today I facilitated my fourth training session in as an elite team member leader in Global Speakers University. I am alumni member, and I am currently in her professional speaking right your professional speaker certification program. So I facilitated my session on self-awareness and those triggers. So if you are familiar with my videos and you've heard of me mention my AIR method, the the AIR method is a method that I came up. It includes adapting, doing the inner work, and repeating, which I like to call an AIR cycle, because we do this so many times in our day, so many times in our lives. We do these things. We have to adapt to the changes. We have to expect the unexpected. We have to do the inner work. We have to calm ourselves down when we need to. We need to be aware of our triggers, be aware of what our comfort zones are, just all those types of things that have to do with inner work, the self-reflection, the shadow work, and then we're repeating it. We're continuously doing it for our personal growth. So you have self-improvement plus personal development equals personal growth. Now, talking about those triggers, you have emotional triggers, you have social triggers, you have environmental triggers, you have physical triggers, you have personal triggers. Is that it? Yeah, there are 5 triggers. Yeah, environmental, social, personal, emotional, physical, and yes, that's how. And these triggers can come from anything. One of the ladies in tonight's session, she mentioned that she thought she was angry for so long until she realized she was just overwhelmed. And that's like a big aha moment when you're dealing with your triggers. Let me see. Let me read off some of the triggers from my presentation, which once it gets uploaded and Dr. Cheryl sends us the actual video footage, I will be uploading that part of the self-awareness module. It's only a little snippet. It's only a little snippet of the triggers. Let me tell you some of the triggers. Okay, so you do, like I said, you have emotional, social, environmental, personal, and physical. Now, when I shared the triggers in our session, I shared the triggers that I personally have experienced, have healed from, and have a strategy for. That's what I shared. I am not a coach that shares stuff that I have not personally experienced, healed from, and went through. And I love that Dr. Shaw always says for us to do those types of things and be that type of role model coach, that we can put our mouth where what we practice, what we preach, basically. So emotional triggers, we have criticism, we have rejection, we have exclusion, we have failure, we have loss of control. Then we have our social triggers: social comparison, peer pressure, conflict, isolation. Then we have those environmental triggers, you have the noise, you have crowds, you have time pressure, and you have clutter. Now, these are just ones that I am aware of in myself and that I've healed from and can personally say I have a strategy for these. There's the personal ones. You have your health concerns. You have your financial stress. You have your family issues. You have your traumatic events. And trust me, going deep and doing the inner work is how you heal. We can't keep pushing things away and act like we just let it go, because you really don't let it go. You internally ingest it and it'll cause disease in your body. Trust me, from experience, I know that. And the physical triggers, we have sensory overload. Do you become overstimulated? Because sometimes I do. And I noticed, I thought it was me getting mad. I thought it was, oh, you cry when you're angry. No, I was overstimulated. I had a sensory overload. Touch, pain, and then fatigue. Those are the physical triggers. Now, in my coaching program, the AIR Method program, actually, I'll go through and explain how all those triggers and what strategy I used. And what book is that? Oh, it's not a book. It's actually an AIR method that I have developed, and I call it the AIR method. It's adapt is the A, I is the inner work, and R is the repeat, and I like to call it an AIR cycle. So look for that book. I'm writing that book. It is getting written, and hopefully, I'm not even going to say hopefully, it is going to be out this year, as well as I want to do an anthology. And I'm putting this out there because I'm speaking it into existence so that I can hold myself accountable to get it done. I want to do an anthology, and the anthology will be AIR cycle stories. Because, like I like to say, an AIR cycle is like a story. It's everything that happens in a day. So I can take the triggers, all the triggers that I just listed to you. I could take all those triggers and say I actually had an AIR cycle in each of those triggers where I experienced emotional triggers today, social triggers, environmental triggers, personal triggers, and physical triggers. All of those today, and where I had to adapt. My whole life is a trigger. Ain't that the truth, honey? Look, my whole life is a trigger. That's what I was just thinking. That's why I said I didn't went through these triggers every day since having my pop-up in the hospital and just dealing with everything. I've experienced a trigger in each of these aspects, each of them, every day. And that AIR cycle, I've had to just remind myself to stay calm and do that inner work, to really adapt, to know that we have to expect the unexpected, and we have to know that the more we think about something going wrong, it's going to go wrong. So why not think about what could go right instead of thinking about what could go wrong? It's just a mindset thing. All of these things are self-awareness. And if you have watched some of my vlogs and you watch my intro vlog where I reintroduce my channel and tell you about the AIR method, the AIR method is actually all about doing those things, and it's about your mindset. And the I like to use the metaphor, is it a metaphor? Like the analogy of your mental house. So my coaching business is called Mental House Restoration LLC, and it's all about your mental house. That's the kind of picture I want everybody, all my clients, whoever I work with, whoever uses the AIR method to think about their mind as a mental house. And you have your your self-awareness as your foundation. So that is like the first thing to getting your healing and actually navigating life. That is really what the AIR method is. It's a program that helps you navigate your life. Okay? So self-awareness is your foundation, and one of the triggers. Comfort zone are like the doors that you go in and out of. So some of the doors you don't go in, and some of them you do. You're brave enough to get uncomfortable and go through the doors. And then the triggers are like signals letting you know, okay, maybe you do need to go in that door and see what it is. You're missing out on that. What happens if you stay positive but you deal with negative people? Do you cut them off and be sad? That's a good question. That's a really, really good question. And I will say it depends on your boundaries. Set boundaries. I am I would say I'm a fairly always I pride myself on staying intentional and being in a positive mindset. Even if I go down that negative, I will always raise myself back up. So I would say how I deal with negative people who are always negative is I I set my boundaries, and to an extent I cut them off as far as the communication is not as open. Like if we see each other at an event or a family something, I will speak to you. But as far as me going back and forth with you through the messages, until I see that you're working on your personal growth, because that is one of my love languages is personal growth, and you're trying to change your negative ways, I'll keep myself distance. Like Trent Shelton said, I gotta protect my peace, and we do have to protect our peace to the utmost, to the utmost. And what else? The triggers. So look for that vlog on the power of self-awareness, understanding your true potential. That's the name of that uh, training session that I did. So look for that vlog. There will be a great vlog next week. I am hoping to have one of I think I can do SpeakerCon next. One of my vlogs is going to be an actual vlog versus being a vlog on actual me sharing one of my training sessions. It's actually going to be a vlog of another compilation. If you didn't get to see the Costa Rica trip, or what else did I post? I posted the SpeakerCon from November, and I still have a couple things to get done. Editing is a thing. Editing is a thing. But I want to thank you for hopping in and speaking with me, and I wanted to make sure I stayed on point and getting you guys a video. Do I have a TikTok? Yes, I have a TikTok. What is my TikTok? I'm not really active on TikTok. I am more active. I'm working on that. But I do have Instagram. My Instagram is the same as my YouTube. It's at today's, that's TODAYS underscore vibe, VIBE 4.0. That is my Instagram, and I'm always posting over there. I'm working on that TikTok. TikTok is something. But thank you for joining me as I chit-chatted just to give a little live working. I'm testing out the live, and I was able to put up a video for this week. Check me back Wednesday. I tried to have my uploaded by 6 a.m. If it's not 6 a.m., it will be on Wednesday. Just look for it. So an upload every Wednesday. All right, I gotta go. I'm being summoned. Okay. See you guys. Thank you so much. And stay a resilience warrior. And always just remember to elevate your life one air cycle at a time. Adapt to everything. Do that inner work and repeat. Make sure that you're keeping it consistent and you are working on you. Good night. Thank you so much, Monique. How do you exit? Boom. Done.